The following explains the practical application of the basic technique of Wushu Bingdao, the four techniques of slipping vertically, chopping slantwise, slashing horizontally, thrush. Then we will explain the first one, split vertically. When doing any of the techniques, we have to consider whether the line of attack is reasonable. Our hitting point depends on the opponent's standpoint, the vulnerability point's position, and the flaws. And then we carry out from the hit to grab the attack, or to play a defensive counterattack. At the same time, we must consider factors such as time, space, distance, and position. For example, if I want to hit a splitting blow, when I catch the opponent's break point during the trajectory of the movement, I have to make a splitting motion, and then I can continue and score. Or when two people attack at the same time, and the opponent strikes, I can continue and attack. Or when the opponent strikes, I grab opponent's position and attack. I grab the opponent's position and strike, or I counter defensively. After the defensive attempt, I counterattack, anticipate the opponent's anticipation, and counterattack. All offensive techniques are different at different times and have different variations. We have to use our lines, positions, and attack points to break the opponents and then make a reasonable counterattack. Chopping slantwise. There is not just one position for the chop. We can change between lines, be loose. We can even add a peak back to this. When the opponent defends my chop, raising his weapon above his hand, I can change to another line. Because I realize the opponent will find my movement, changing lines to grab the attack should consider the opponent's awareness and my awareness, including the opponent's prejudgment of me and my prejudgment of the opponent. Whether to carry out a meat attack is the same with the defensive counterattacks. When the opponent hits you based on your offensive tactics and strategy, whether and how you should change the line or decide to give up this line to continue with the defensive stance and wait for another counterattack. This is the feature of Wushu Bingdao. It's not that I hit the opponent and stop. I need to think about defensive while attacking, and defense while thinking about attacking. Then 3. Slashing horizontally. Slashing mainly comes from the 2 points of the middle part. To attack, it's also the same, but also to calculate the opponent's gait and distance, as well as the speed of the attack before the opponent strikes, whether I can score an effective point, and whether I can make a defensive stance. This also includes time, space, and distance. This also includes my ability to face shake the opponent and hit the scoring point. And then the defensive counterattack. Or I can change the line to attack, or defensive counterattack. There are 3 types. Thrusting is more for measuring the distance of the opponents. I can thrust out of nowhere while measuring distance, or I can thrust while opponents attacking. I can also change lines and perform the defensive thrust while thrusting. I can perform the defensive thrust while thrusting. I can leap forward with the hind thrust. Thrusting while performing the retreat. During the whole confrontation, we need to think about the previous part through the basic offensive techniques, basic defensive stance, and basic pace, plus our 7 lines and 9 offensive points combinations. We should carry out our technical and tactical training. This may be followed by the attack and then defense and retreat, then attack, then retreat, or change the line to attack another point. Sometimes including jumping techniques. You can also think of changing the line, running behind the opponent to attack, turn the strike or spin strike, create a hair score for technical techniques. In our actual use of Wushu Bingdao, blade vertically, chop soundwise, launching horizontally, and thrust. Although there are only 4 basic techniques, the combination of them can produce 1,000 variations. In our future actual training process, it is to be explored and considered. The explanation of the practical use of Wushu Bingdao is complete.